Well, thanks, everybody, for coming to our regular Wednesday press briefing. Very challenging day today. Those of us that had to go out and about for various meetings today, it's a little sloppy out there, but we appreciate your patience. Our crews are going to be working nonstop over the next 24 hours or so, and if it keeps snowing, they'll be out there again. So appreciate everybody's patience. It's been a little while coming this year for getting some snow on the ground, and I know the skiers are happy, but urge everybody to certainly be very, very careful out there driving. It is tough conditions. Well, today we open up with a very, very special announcement that we're pleased to make regarding the Veterans Memorial Committee and the work that they're doing to restore the Veterans Memorial at the Park Strip. And today, due to a very, very generous donation from the Rasmussen Foundation, we're able to announce that a $150,000 donation will be forthcoming. And Diane Kaplan from the Rasmussen Foundation is here today to speak more about their involvement in this wonderful project. Diane, if you would come on up. And Shannon Jones, are you here with us? Oh, come on up too, Shannon. And Tim's here too. Very good. Shannon and Tim are with the Veterans Memorial Committee and been doing just yeoman's work over the last couple of years to raise the funds to restore this wonderful project. But Diane, the podium is yours. Thank you so much for all you've done for this event and for many other, just over the years, a tremendous supporter of events like this and many, many other good causes in Anchorage and throughout Alaska. So thank you so much.
Mr. Mayor and visitors, we're very pleased to add $150,000 to the $100,000 we've already given for this project, bringing it to $250,000. And this is in the form of a challenge grant. So there will be a $50,000 outright grant, and that's to get the project going this year. And then $100,000 is a challenge grant. So every dollar donated by the public starting today, up to $100,000 will be matched by the Rasmussen Foundation, and people can direct their donations to the Anchorage Parks Foundation. We were inspired by the great volunteer effort around this project in the city. There are literally hundreds of individuals and organizations who have already given money to get this going, as well as the state of Alaska and the city. It's a great community project. It recognizes our young men and women who are serving in the military and those who have served before. As you know, Mary Louise Rasmussen, our matriarch, passed away at 101 earlier this year. She was the fifth head of the Women's Army Corps, and actually in the first class of the WACs. And this is a special grant made in honor of her memory. She was one of the women who pioneered for other women to serve on an equal basis in the military, and we're very proud of her legacy, and we're proud to be part of this project. So thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. What a generous contribution. And with Mary Louise, it couldn't have been in honor of a better person, so thank you so much. Tim and Shannon, you want to mention just a few words about the project and where we stand today? And
thank you very much. Mayor, how are you?
You've been great.
Well, quite a surprise, but nonetheless a surprise for the right reason and for the right project. In a time when we have military people, American military forces in Afghanistan and more recently in Iraq, and certainly Alaskans taking casualties, it's fitting that the memorial on the Park Strip, which is 25 years old and somewhat in substandard condition, it's appropriate that it be brought up to the level which justifies those sacrifices. So several of us have been working on this project for 3 years now, and we've had great success in the community with individuals, with businesses, civic groups. Certainly the labor unions have helped out quite a bit. And this major grant, second in the series this year, by the way, from the Rasmussen Foundation brings us very close to our goal of raising $1.5 million. We're now within $90,000. But more than that, the implications are that we may very well be able to reconstruct the memorial this year, a year ahead of schedule. So we're very grateful. And Mayor, I can't thank you enough for all you've done, too, to help this along this year. Thank you.
Shannon, you want to any comments?
Shannon's our vice chair.
It's been a pleasure to work on this committee, to be the vice chair, and to work with Tim in this. And again, I want to thank the Rasmussen Foundation because it looks like our project will soon come to fruition. And thank you to all the community donors and to all the people who've made this possible. Thank you.
Can we get a picture real quick, you guys? Sure. Up here? good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, again, what a great announcement and a fantastic project for our community. And I'm pleased to announce as well one other aspect of this. The municipality will be purchasing the new flagpole that's been at the memorial for years. And as we know, in the windstorm, the hurricane of 2012, the flagpole did fall over. The base had been deteriorating. We will be purchasing the new flagpole, and I'm pleased to announce that Horizon Lines has agreed to ship up the flagpole at no cost. So a great donation by Horizon Lines. I want to recognize them for that. Does that count as matching money, Diane, by the way? Oh, sure, she said. I like that. It's all right. We're already halfway to the goal. Here we go. Well, thank you so much. Well, today, staying in the vein of good people doing good works in our community, we have the Mayor's Charity Ball, Inc. Representatives are here, Henry Penny and others on the board of directors. It's a nonprofit corporation committed to raising money to directly benefit residents of Anchorage. And proceeds from the annual Mayor's Charity Ball are awarded to local nonprofits chosen by random selection process from an eligible pool of applicants. To date, the Charity Ball has raised over $2.25 million to support community charitable organizations, and 100% of all monetary donations and 100% of the proceeds from the silent auction at the ball every year are distributed to the charities. So what a great group doing great things for all these years now. And the event sells out every year. It attracts guests from literally every sector of our community. It's been a great, great success. So Henry and Laura, are you coming forward today? We're going to present checks to, well, we won't announce them until we see the check. So.
And the real check's attached to the back.
Uh-huh. So the first check in the amount of $41,932 goes to the Rainbow Connection. And who's here from Rainbow Connection today? Steve Rabuffo. We also know him from the Port of Anchorage.
That's terrific. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much.
Let's get come this way and we'll get Laura, you can be in these pictures too. All right. Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Very cool.
Great. Thank you very much.
Good work,
This is
you
great.
guys. You want to just say a quick word about what Rainbow Connection does? And
Sure. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the organization, the full name was Rainbow Connection Therapeutic Horseback Riding Center. That's a mouthful. And the board of directors spent a little time this year trying to come up with a quicker, faster name that speaks more to how the program has evolved nationwide and how we fit into a larger nationwide program that provides equine-assisted therapy. So our new name, and effective November the 5th, was Equine-Assisted Therapy Alaska. And the bottom line about the program is what horses can do to take children and adults and wounded veterans who are either wheelchair-bound or mentally disabled for one reason or another, and get them out of their shells and get them back in a world of outdoor activity and therapy that doesn't look like therapy and doesn't act like therapy, acts like fun, and teach them a little bit of independence and responsibility, and gives little kids who spend their days in wheelchairs something to talk about at the dinner table when their bigger brothers and sisters are bragging about sports. It is great. It's an incredibly rewarding program. Donations like this will help us take it from the very small summertime operation that we have and turn it into something that we can run a lot longer in the year. And we're excited about it. And boy, we thank the Mayor's Charity Ball for all you've done to help us. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Excellent. Now our second check goes to 9-Star Education and Employment Services in the amount of $42,037. Who do we have here today from 9-Star? We got the boss. Excellent. That's the right guy. Congratulations. Good job, you guys. Let's get our picture first, and then you can say a few words about it.
1, 2, 3.
You want to tell a little bit about 9-Star and the fine work you do?
Well, 9-Star has been working since 1976 to provide diplomas and jobs for mostly people in Anchorage, but also throughout Alaska. We support somewhere in the vicinity of 7,000 people a year, and they get diplomas or jobs. And we have follow-up services where we continue client case management after the participants have taken the jobs, we're able to provide them with continuation services that keep them on the job. So I'm really happy to do this for Anchorage and grateful to the charity ball.
Thank you, sir. Very good. All right. Do you have 2.5 years? I'm going to need a job. I will call you. That's very good. All right. Our next check goes to Lutheran Social Services. It's in the amount of $46,328. Come on up. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor.
Very good. If you'd like to say a few words about your fine organization.
Sure. My name is Jeff Stark. I'm the president of the Board of Directors for Lutheran Social Services of Alaska, or LSSA. And I'd like to actually say thank you very, very much to everyone associated with the Mayor's Charity Ball, and particularly the Board of Directors. I know how hard it is to put on an event like this, and you've really helped a lot of organizations over the years. And for us, it's really a timely thing. The last few years have been very difficult, not only for LSSA, but a number of organizations here in town. We at LSSA provide a number of different services. We run one of the largest food pantries in town. We provide low-income housing for people with mental disabilities. We provide a transitional living program for homeless men trying to move back into employment and productive life. We have various transportation programs primarily associated with providing health care and a number of other services that we provide. And we have these last few years really had to kind of dip into reserves to keep things going. So this is very timely for us, and we appreciate the help very, very much.
Thank you. We'll take this with you. We'll check on the back there, so. And certainly, last but not least, the Anchorage Concert Association, a check in the amount of $46,703. The music shall continue.
Yes, it shall.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Can we get a picture?
All right.
Great.
1, 2, 3.
Very good. Would you like to say words?
All right, yeah, thanks. Thanks. My name is Jason Hodges. I'm the Executive Director at the Anchorage Concert Association. And for over 60 years, we've been putting on great concerts and events here in the Anchorage community. This last year, we sold almost 90,000 tickets to everything from small classical events to the big Broadway shows. We just finished our Nutcracker back in November, which we've been doing every year for, I think, almost 25 years. And we've got a great season still to come. We've got Stomp at the end of this month. And Jake Shimabukura, for those of you who like to get your ukulele on, is going to be a lot of fun. And then Mary Poppins, of course, ending off our season. And so we're thrilled to receive this money. It's going to go to put on a lot of great shows, give a lot away, a lot of free tickets to other social service organizations. And as much as I do want to thank the board of directors and the staff, or not the staff, the volunteers who put on the Mayor's Charity Ball, also the donors. We had a great turnout from our board of directors. That's the great thing about this. It leverages other nonprofit organizations, boards, and volunteers to help raise even more money. So it's a great piece of synergy that does a lot of good in this community. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah, bravo. So just to echo those words, the organization, whether the board of directors, the committee that organizes the event every year, all the volunteers who work tirelessly to put this on, really owe them a great thanks. And now we have the fun part where we select who might be recipients next year.
This is the Health and Human Services
Two?
Two.
Okay.
Very peaking.
I'm not peeking. All right. Pleased to announce that two of the recipients for next year's Mayor's Charity Ball will be the Downtown Soup Kitchen and the Alaska Injury Prevention Center. Excellent choices.
This is arts, just one.
Okay, one selection from the arts community.
Harbor once.
It's the Alaska Dance Theater. Awesome choice again.
One more.
It's a very high-tech process.
Last one.
Tried and proven for years. And this is kind of the general category,
Yep.
Henry? All right. Why, it's the Mayor's Vacation Fund. Oh, no. No, it's the Alaska Winter Olympic Scholarship Fund. All right, well, how about a big round of applause for the winners? Did you want to say any words on behalf of the... It should be noted, too, that each of these selectees have to work really, really hard to help make the charity ball a success. They have to go out and solicit the silent auction items that are a key part of how much money is raised. So for all the groups that received checks this year and the ones who are selected for next year, their work begins today, too. So good luck to everyone, and congratulations to those who now have additional funding for your causes. Henry, any comments? All right, very good. Well, we're not done yet. We've got more stuff to do. As you can see, we've got some gentlemen in uniform with us today. And as you are aware, we've been talking about it a little bit around the community. The USS Anchorage will be commissioned in Anchorage on May 4th. And it's the Navy's newest amphibious ship. It's going to be it's a 684-foot transport vessel. It's under the command of Captain Brian Quin, who is with us today. And I'm going to turn over the podium to the captain, and he's been presenting at various groups around town, and a great opportunity to let the media know just what the game plan is, and welcome to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm Captain Brian Quin, commanding officer of USS Anchorage, and we are so excited to not only have the name Anchorage associated with our vessel, the 402 sailors who man her, but we're even more excited to be coming up here for the commissioning ceremony on the 4th of May. In the U.S. Navy, the commissioning ceremony marks that transition from being a ship that was just constructed to being a sovereign piece of U.S. territory wherever she goes. And for the next 40 to 50 years of this ship's life, we intend to sail Anchorage around the world and tell everybody that we encounter about the people of Anchorage, Alaska, to tell the story about the Alaska Native Heritage Centers and the Alaska natives that are here, about the people who have come here to Anchorage and built it into the great municipality that it is. We're very excited for this opportunity and delighted with the warm reception we've already begun to receive here at the municipality.
Very good, Captain. Open it up for any questions you may have of the captain while he's here. You're going to be seeing more of him. I think this is your third trip here already?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. Well, it's good to have you back. And do you want to introduce your members of your crew who are here?
I brought two of my officers with me, Lieutenant Commander Kevin Friel. He's the air boss, my airport manager for the ship, and Lieutenant Todd Kamens. He's my first lieutenant, my deck systems specialist. So our mission as a vessel is to take 800 Marines and all their gear wherever in the world they need to go. We will typically deploy in an amphibious readiness group with two other ships. However, once we're on deployment, often we end up doing distributed operations. That is, each ship goes to a different location, and we can engage in partnership with other nations, doing confidence-building exercises, training them, receiving training from other nations, working in ways that enhance interoperability and cooperation between friendly nations. So we're excited to be a part of that. We're excited to also carry out some of the humanitarian assistance and disaster response missions that the United States Navy has been involved in as part of being America's global force for good. And the best part about it, we're going to take that name Anchorage with us everywhere we go.
Excellent. Now, when you're here, people will be able to tour the ship, right?
Yes, sir. We're looking forward to offering up the maximum number of opportunities for ship tours during our visit toward the end of April, early part of May. More details will be forthcoming. You can follow along on the Commissioning Committee's website. They have a fantastic website up there, a terrific resource for letting everybody know what's coming down the pike.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
We're honored. And to learn more about the commissioning ceremony, the ship, the crew, and the upcoming events, you can go to www.ussanchoragenavy.com. And a lot of information on there, as the captain mentioned, and we're very, very excited about this. I did not realize when we were first honored with the naming how significant an event this is, and it's just been such an education process for me, and it's going to be such a tremendous event for our community. Literally on the day of the commissioning, I think we're anticipating 4,000 people down at the Port of Anchorage for that event, and again, over the course of their time here, opportunities to tour the ship. I would encourage everyone to take advantage of that because this is really some vessel. It's going to be great. Well, with that, if you have any questions, obviously it's a snow day, so if you have any questions about what's going on in street maintenance or anything else, we're here to answer.
I actually did have a question about street maintenance.
Yes.
The crews are out and as far as clearing the roads and sidewalks.
All of them.
All the crews.
All the crews, yes. When there's an event like this, we mobilize every grader, every available worker is out. On any given day, you might have people who are sick or on vacation or whatever, but all available equipment and all available personnel are out working. And just as I was driving back at a meeting out of the office at lunch and coming back, there was sidewalks being plowed. In fact, I worked my way back here following a snow plow because that was the safest way to go, was just go nice and slow and follow him. So we anticipate, unless it keeps snowing, that by this time tomorrow, most of the roads will be plowed and cleared, and then we go back through and we start picking up snow. So it'll be a couple-day process still, but they're working it.
Do you know how many?
Oh, I don't know. I don't count how many people come to work every day. All I can tell you is every piece of equipment is manned and out there. You can call our maintenance and operations number. I think you've got that number, and they'll tell you the details if you want.
Do you know what time they started plowing?
Well, they usually wait for a little bit of snow to accumulate, so I think once you get to a few inches on the ground, they mobilize and head out. So I'm not sure when that was. It was sometime earlier this morning.
All right.
Yeah. So, well, thank you all very much. Appreciate you coming out on a day like today, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.